It's the last session of the day. It's slush. It's shitty outside. And it's really dark. And you guys are really bored, certainly, because you've been on your phones all day. So what I like to do when I want to get people up and energized is I do a very cool thing the Vikings used to do a long time ago. So I'm going to ask everybody to get up. Please stand up with me. Frank, if you want to join, it's going to be fun. Take a little bit of space with your friend next to you. Just a little bit of space. You don't want to hit him or her. You're going to do this with me. And you're going to be quiet and you're going to look angry, okay? When I stomp my feet 2 times, you're going to clap with me. And when you clap, you're going to say, "Huh." You ready? We're going to practice 1 time. Then we're going to do it 2nd time for real. All right? Watch. Hands. Space. Be angry. No smiling. This is Viking land. Good. We're doing that for real. All right? Be angry. Yeah! Energy! All right. You all right?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Cool.
Huh?
Now we start. We can warm up. My hands hurt, so you should hurt too.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So we have a very interesting guy here. Apparently you're from some startup, started a few years ago, right?
Some 130 years ago, yes. But I wasn't there at the startup time, so there were other people there.
Yeah, so Frank, tell us briefly, what do you do and why are you here?
You know, the true story is because we had a couple of drinks together. But I wouldn't share that with the audience, Kayvan. And secondly, I think it's because I would like to share with the Finnish crowd a big event that happened last weekend. I know that you are very interested in.
Yes.
Because we have another Finnish Formula One world champion. And as I'll be meeting Nico Rosberg this Saturday.
Nico Rosberg, come on guys. Formula One.
And I told my team to take a little bit the atmosphere from Helsinki to Stuttgart, where we'll be celebrating that after his father, Keke, was Formula One champion some 34 years ago.
Yeah.
Nico did it again, and he did it on a Mercedes. So I will bring certainly this atmosphere to him.
So you've been champions of Formula One now, how many times in a row?
This time, three times.
3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Does it get boring winning so many times?
Definitely, yes. So,
right.
but not for the drivers. I guess.
Is it true that you're going to Formula One is going to go towards e-cars, like it's more electric cars?
There's already electric part in it, you know, in the drivetrain. So that's already part of it. I know that you love the sound of a V8, and
yes.
For you, we will not stop having real engines and not go directly to e-cars.
Frank, you said to me like you're here to change the world. I mean, the company. How have you changed the world so far?
Yeah, I mean that's a serious part of why I'm here, because that's really our ambition to change the world and. The world of mobility, and then as you were saying, we did it some 130 years ago. The founders of Mercedes-Benz invented the car, and so what we need to do is to kind of do it once again, to invent the car, but not only the car, but more a system of sustainable mobility, and that's our aim, exactly.
And apparently, like you have something to show us, something to experience. Apparently, you want to tell us before we're gonna hear what we're gonna?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's a bold vision. I know that you may say that's really ambition, very big ambition, and it's first and foremost a vision that we have, that we share in our company, and I would like that you create that vision in your head here out in the crowd, and so for that, basically we wanted to bring a film, but not so easy. So we brought kind of a radio play, a little bit of a sound sequence to allow you to create your own vision about what we have in our heads.
Yeah, could we, before we listen to this audio, I'm going to ask the audience just to bear with me and close your eyes for 1 minute for the entire time of the audience. This is going to be taking from the beginning of making the car to the now. So let's listen if we can, please.
Early mobility with early technology. 130 years ago, the invention of new mobility. The automobile, a revolution. Followed by years of steady evolution and development. And where are we now? Can we go on like this? New technology and new thinking will change the course of the world. It's time for a new revolution. And we all have the chance to shape it together. Let's make it our case.
Frank, I mean, this is typical corporate stuff, right? You make things beautiful, you're used to beautiful things, you spend a lot of money in presentations. I mean, recently in Paris, I don't know how many millions you spent in stages and stuff. Is this another corporate show for you to come over here and wash your face, basically?
It's definitely not. I mean, we all know that we can't go on like this. Even not just if you would like to continue to make money, but certainly not in terms of our responsibility for this world. I mean, I was yesterday having a phone call with my son, who is pretty, let's say, concerned about global warming. I mean, he's 20 years old and explained me yesterday there's basically no future if we continue like this. And I will not tell him, but we got to make money. So it's definitely not that it's a kind of a marketing show. It is, at the end of the day, for us, a question of sustainability also for our company, because I believe we can only be successful if we have a balanced approach also as far as environmental friendliness is concerned.
So, I mean, how many people here own a Mercedes-Benz car? Can you put your hands up, please? How many own a Mercedes? That's quite a lot of people. That's a premium vehicle. That's quite a lot of people owning it. How many cars have you sold this year?
This year will be about, under the brand of Mercedes, 2.3 million.
2.3 million cars. What's the most sold model?
The most sold model are the compact cars. So the class, the A class, so the smaller cars are the most sold. Yeah.
So, and you come from a city which is the most congested city in Europe, Stuttgart. It takes, if I'm wrong, if you correct me, it takes perhaps 1 hour to cross the center, which is a small city.
So that's exactly, once again, I mean, a business model that wants to create mobility, individual mobility, even if it's premium and everybody wants to enjoy it. Obviously, if everybody enjoys it, nobody moves anymore. So there's two big problems. There's congestion and there's pollution. And we believe that the solution to these two problems is, at the end of the day, technology. And that's why we created this new business division. Because at the end of the day, we observe that there is major trends shaping the industry. And this is what you guys discuss, I guess, every day. The first one is connectivity. I mean, everyone and everything is connected, Internet of Things. And we just heard about how the smartphone changed our life and so on. So connectivity definitely is a big trend for us. And then the biggest trend then, secondly, for the car and vehicle industry is automation. So finally, maybe the car lives up really to its name because it's called the automobile. So it will become maybe really an automobile autonomously.
And this is an interesting point because you're moving towards autonomous vehicles as well. Is
Absolutely.
That's right?
Absolutely. We have autonomous vehicles out there running in Nevada, in Germany. And you know, other people are doing the same. I mean, Uber has a fleet of autonomous vehicle. Google obviously is doing it. So there's a lot of energy behind that trend of autonomous driving. So certainly that is something we have to deal with.
I'm sure not many people here know that Mercedes-Benz owned some percentage of Tesla. It was up to 7%, right?
Yeah.
And you sold it recently.
Yeah.
Why did you sell it? Why did you buy the company?
Because we believe that we have the technology in our company to solve those kind of problems on our own, and that brings me to the next two things, which is within the abbreviation of CASE, which is the S for sharing and services. We believe that this is a big trend in our time. I mean, we share virtually everything, Airbnb, we share our homes and so on. We have a shared cars platform, Car2Go. We have lots of those initiatives, so sharing definitely is a big trend and lots of services. And then the Tesla theme, obviously, it's about the electric drivetrain. And we believe that we have the technology inside the company, also with the cooperation of Tesla, but that we develop on our own now, to come up with a very competitive electric drivetrain. So you have the four basic elements: connectivity, automation, sharing, and then electric drivetrain, which we would like to bring together in a very dynamic way to create new solutions, new business models, and would like to cooperate with a lot of the tech people to find the right solutions.
Frank, that is all very pretty. I mean, that's all very, very nice to say about that, but you're a massive company. I mean, how many people you employ?
In total, we are at 280,000 people, yes.
That's 280,000. That's almost the size of Helsinki. How do you get that? How do you get the amount of people to move to digital and really fast?
I mean, obviously there's two sides. I mean, you all experience it every day, that there's a tech world where there's new, fundamental new solutions, and there is the traditional whatsoever industry world. And I think we need to integrate these two sides, because at the end of the day, there remains the need of mobility, and that will need some hardware. So what we think can bring is the experience of 130 years of auto industry, and integrate that with a lot of new solutions out of the tech world. And you know, we have lots already in our company this day, but we are pretty sure that we will not make it on our own, that we need this kind of opening up to the tech world, becoming even part of this world. That will make us successful in the future.
This is obviously this is your first time in Helsinki.
Absolutely.
When I told you, like, you want to come to Slush, and you say, where is it? I said Helsinki. Your face just went blank. I mean, what is Helsinki? How important is Nordics and Finland for companies so large?
Obviously, I just told you that we have the Formula One world champion who's coming from this area. You have Mika Häkkinen, who is a Finn, and so on. So no, Finland is certainly not the biggest market, to be very clear.
Yeah.
No doubt. But I think it's a very interesting space here when you see Slush, all this energy that you see and can feel here, that it's good to be here. I mean, it's good to be where the action is.
So you're gonna meet startups. You've talked to them. What kind of people are you looking at? Startups, investors? I mean,
you know, we're looking at. We are also an investor. We are cooperating with venture capital funds. We are cooperating with a lot of people. But we're looking for how to get an access to the flow of ideas. I would not say the deal flow, but it's more about what are solutions that are created there. You know, it's bits and pieces. We are not looking for the one big thing. I think what we are good at is integrating technology into a product that's really reliable, that is high quality, and that's what we are looking for.
So I mean, the thing is that we keep hearing from different corporates, car companies, they're moving towards this space of investing, buying startups. You have some kind of accelerator in Stuttgart where you develop. How important really is startups? And I want a straight answer. Like, how important is it?
I think the mentality, obviously, of our company is. You're fully right. It's a big corporate, and that's why we are now creating this business unit, as I just explained, under the name of Case, that we can really have the relevance of startup right in the center of our daily operation. So I'm the chairman of that new business unit, and that's really the key, that we have this focus on collaboration, outside world, and on smaller companies. You know, in the auto industry, we are used to big companies. Also, our suppliers are big companies. So that's why we are creating this unit, which is, by the way, nevertheless a big unit. I mean, we just announced that we will be investing $10 billion into the development of our own range of electric vehicles. So it's not a small unit, but it's a unit that is focused on finding solutions not only for the hardware, but also on the software side, business models, and so on.
So, Frank, sounds like as a Mercedes-Benz premium brand, creator of automobile, you feel like you're responsible of something. I feel like you do that. I mean, are you responsible and you want to take a lead at something?
Definitely. I mean, we feel that we are owing to the founders of our company, which were the inventors of the automobile. We owe that we take responsibility, that we take the lead in finding solutions, and it's really about sustainability, sustainable mobility, and at the end of the day also about convenience. I think today, if nobody moves, I mean, it took me, I think, 30 minutes to come here with a traffic jam in the morning. So, I mean, we all experience that every day, that the promise of individual mobility ends where everybody lives the promise at the same time. So technology is certainly a solution, and we feel the responsibility of finding solutions to that.
I mean, the company is so prestige. I mean, you've changed a lot of things. You've done a lot of failures as well, but you changed a lot of things, and now you're going somewhere. I mean, where is that you going to, and what's ahead?
I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, we are now in the let's say best phase as far as the numbers are concerned in our history.
Can you share some numbers?
I mean, the numbers says that this year we will be #1 in sales worldwide in our sector, which is, and we compare ourselves with BMW and Audi. So we are #1. We have the highest profitability. We invest, as I said, on an annual basis. So I talked to you about 10 billion for the electric platform, but on an annual basis, we have an investment of about 12 billion in R&D. And so we enjoy a very good period of this company, but we know, like we were hearing in the radio scene, we cannot go on like this. I mean, everybody feels that we cannot just continue in producing cars for more traffic jams and producing cars for pollution. So definitely we feel the responsibility to find a way out of that stuck.
It's interesting because pollution is a key word right now. I mean, it's a huge word. Obviously not in Scandinavia as large as, let's say, in France or in Spain, where just recently I live in Madrid, and I know for a fact that for a few days you couldn't drive in center of Madrid with any car. Paris just had a few days entirely without a car. I mean, a lot of people own Mercedes-Benzes. I mean, so you need to have a solution right now. I mean,
and we believe that there will be a lot of people also in the future own Mercedes-Benzes. I mean, imagine you would take your car in Madrid in the future, and it will drive you autonomously to the airport nicely. It drops you get off at the terminal. The car finds its way to its parking space and charges its batteries fully autonomously. And then later on, somebody picks up the car, or the car picks him up at the terminal. And your car, maybe it's a friend of your Facebook community or whatsoever, or it's just because you want to earn some money with your car. So there will be lots of those solutions, and the technology basically is there. The technology.
How far away? How far away are we talking about?
We are talking about maybe 6 to 7 years that these kind of solutions will be, maybe it's about 6 years that these kind of solutions will be available in the market.
So you're going to drive with your E-Class, you're going to go to the airport, you leave the E-Class.
The E-Class will drive you, it will be automated.
It will go park itself.
It will park itself. And somebody can pick it up because it just books your car. If you open it up, if you open up your nice car, which will be most probably an electric car, and then most probably will not be named E-Class, but nevertheless, so the elements are there. We have today cars that speak to each other. So the new E-Class, when it's detecting let's say an accident on the road, it will send a signal, and you will find on the following car 500 meters ahead accident. So that's technology that's in the car. We have cars that run automated. So all these pieces of technology basically are there. What we need to do is to integrate it, to refine it, and to come up with the corresponding business models.
Frank, your turnover is massive. I mean, it's 140 billion euros. It's a huge company.
Yeah.
You can change the world, obviously, and it's just how you're going to do it. But
no, I mean, we know that we have the ambition to lead that change. We know that we cannot do it alone. I mean, there is this tremendous, this tremendous change in the world is coming basically from the technology side, where we are not, let's say, having our home turf. That's something we know. We are investing heavily in software, in computing capabilities, but that's not our home turf. So what we want to have is more an open environment in inviting and integrating people like you, like we see elsewhere that are expert in new tech, in the tech part. And what we can do, what we are really good in, is systems integration, have a reliable product at the end of the day. You know, we were even for a couple of years in the Airbus. I was working in Airbus. So that's really what we know about. We are the biggest truck manufacturer in the world. So we know about really reliability. And so what we would like to do is really leading that way by integrating these two worlds.
I have a few concerns about leading the world and making electric cars, because right now Finland just recently announced, as the first country, I think, in Europe or maybe in the world, that it's going to stop using coal energy to produce energy. You're saying electric cars. It's one of your case, the E in the case. Where is the energy coming to power those electric cars, if not from nuclear plants?
I mean, obviously, that's a very important question. And you know that this is a very, let's say, local question, that there's different solution in different countries. So what we want to integrate is really also this part, not only the charging part, but also the part of where's the energy coming from. But that's a long way. I mean, there will be a lot of single solutions. We don't have it completely sorted out. It will be a different solution in the US than in Europe. But that is obviously the key for real sustainable mobility, that the energy part is also solved.
Just before ending, I mean, which is right now your biggest market as a country? Which is the
biggest market is China.
China.
Yeah, it's the biggest market.
Just happens to be the most polluted nation, one of the most polluted nations in the world. I mean,
and China will make, in my mind, a lot of progress, and there's a lot of political will to push the electric mobility.
There is.
So they will certainly catch up a lot in the next years by pushing that industry.
What gets you excited? I mean, we're almost done with time. I want to hear what gets Frank Lindenberg, one of the most influential people in the car industry, excited about working in Mercedes-Benz.
Wow, I mean it's really working with people. I mean it's like here when you have those meetings with with other people, sharing ideas. What's really exciting is this kind of creativity that is, in my mind, really the key to come up with new ideas. So it's a people.
So people should basically find you and just have a drinks with you and convince you to do things, right?
Not so many drinks like we had when you convinced me to come here, but yeah, definitely.
Has it been worth it?
I think it's an awesome environment here. I mean, I spent the whole day here, and it was first time for me, and I think it's a unique, in my mind, a kind of a unique show here and a unique atmosphere. Certainly not the last time. It was certainly worth to come here.
Frank Lindenberg, thank you very much.
Thank you.